Dear team, we are so grateful to you for this time, for this conversation. And could you introduce yourself in Ukrainian, because I know you learned a little bit.
Я вчу українську мову. Мене звати Тим, я з Німеччини, я 22 років.
Мені 22 роки.
Вибач.
It was perfect.
Okay.
Nevertheless, how did you get Ukraine, and when was your real when did you get this real impression about Ukraine?
When I first saw it, so it was like before, to be honest, I had like a very pro-Russian position. Yeah, I liked Putin, I liked all these things because I was like a victim of this propaganda, you know. It was really like this. Right now I'm like, what the fuck, but before I was really like this, and I speak honest about this because I think there are a lot of people which are in the same situation, especially in Germany. They believe everything which is coming from alternative media and like these pro-Russian propagandists, because it's like the opposite of the hated German government telling. And I changed my opinion when I saw Ukraine and saw the people and saw like what's the reality here. Not only this internet bullshit you read every time, every day. You come here, you see what's happening, and you see that there's a European nation fighting against their own extinguishing. And that's like, I can only support, you know.
When did you join to AfD party?
2020-21, I do not remember.
From Ukrainian side, it perceived as pro-Russian party.
I can understand this, yeah. When I read some like posts of our party heads, it's like they camouflage it at like pro-German positions, but when you think like 10 meters Cheres, you know, it will be it's like pro-Russian, because they are telling like, okay, we only think on Germany, please not think on Ukraine, we only focus on Germany. Yeah, but this is like, I can understand this view, you know. We talked about this right now. Like Putin literally says that he wants to conquer Europe, and he is like saying a lot. His propagandists say even like, we can nuke Berlin, we will extinguish German Nazism. All this shit he was telling before, and right now about you, he's telling about us also. So Ukraine is like the wall of Europe against this. And when you have the pro-German position, you must support Ukraine, because Ukraine is protecting us. Even when you're like very like selfish, you know, very egoistic opinion, and you think like, I don't want to give them money, we need the money here, and we can make the army by ourselves. But to be honest, it's even cheaper to give Ukraine the weapons we can even produce than send our own soldiers, you know. And even from this point, it makes only sense to support Ukraine. I cannot understand how you can. Okay, I was in this thinking by myself, you know, but right now I do not understand how I got there.
But last election showed that AfD rised.
Yeah.
Even though they tried to support Russian, or tried to repeat Russian narratives. That is means that their points of view is common for big party of Germans.
I must like add to this. Not all our party is pro-Russian, and not our program is pro-Russian. Like our program is not pro-Russian, but there are a lot of people who make it pro-Russian because they have some maybe influence. I don't know.
They get some money from Russian.
Yeah, I can only say no, never, ever. It's my party collect, but
Did you have some argue or some discussion?
A lot. It's like the past 2 years, every time, you know, I'm this group chats of my party. Every time somebody posts some pro-Russian bullshit, I like write something and to clear this, and it's like, it's every time the same. They even want to push me out of the party because of my opinion and what I did. And it's very interesting, you know, because even the guy who like signed this thing to push me out of the party posted on the Facebook, like, I don't know when it was, like, when you want to support Ukraine, go at the front by yourself. And now he wants to push me out for just doing what he said, you know. It's this argument is every time. Oh, you want to support Ukraine? You can give all your money and go to the front line. Okay, I was in the front line. So what do you want? Now maybe you go. Okay.
You were a warrior, Ukrainian, German warrior, and you served with Ukrainian soldiers.
Yes.
When it was, what was this experience for you?
It was this year I joined the TRO. And I joined especially the TO because I wanted to fight along Ukrainian soldiers, maybe also to learn the language a little bit better. And yeah, it was very important for me. And yes, how this experience was. It's war, you know. You can't say it was great. You can't say it was terrible. Yeah, I think all the people who were there and are
Mixed
there.
feeling.
Yeah, they are like know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And you told me how this position called.
I was beruf minometnyk.
Minometnyk.
Tak.
How did you
Weapon.
manage to?
Yeah, we say Minenwerfer oder Mörser, Minomet.
Tak.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like several times I had this like basic training, and after that they taught me how to work with this minomet because it's like very hard. You have to like this. Like every time, and when you do it like so much times, you know how to do it.
How did you understand your co-partners?
To be honest, I was like, yes, now I think I will learn Ukrainian language very much. And then I came there and it was like they spoke Surjik, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Not understand a single word. It was like Kitaiski, you know. It's what you want from me? What's Musa? It's Smitya, you know. And so it was very hard, but somehow I learned to understand them. We used a lot of translation at the phone. It was some situations, you know, somebody says something very easy to you, like maybe do this, and you was like, what? And then put out your phone, like, and then, aha, okay, yeah.
And interesting thing that you said Ukrainian language is totally different.
Yeah, because before I was like, it must be the same, like maybe some dialect, but no, it's completely different language. It's like, it even sounds like, for me it's like more beautiful, you know. It's not like this it's like a song, you know. It's very interesting, yeah. So it's completely different language. The people are also completely different, and you cannot compare it or name it in one sentence. For me, it's like
Now you can grab some sentences which you hear on the street, for example, and you understand Ukrainian.
Yeah. Right now, I think I understand a lot. Yeah, but it's getting better and better. I have like the lessons, you know. And I try to speak it like fluently.
Your surrounding was totally Ukrainian.
Yes. So my battalion was like totally of Ukrainians, but I had in my battalion some guy from USA and a lot of Colombians, but they are like Okrema, you know. I think they're not part of this battalion. Yeah. And I'm in good contact with all my comrades till today. I sent them a lot of things from Germany, like power stations, everything they need. Yeah.
You spent your money to buy cars and buses for Ukrainian army?
Yes, I was here to help and not to earn money. So like I spent all my money I received from the army to my comrades, you know, like I bought the autobus, I bought a lot of these power stations, like everything they need. They just call me and I will buy and send them with Nova Posta, because we even have it in Germany now. We have Nova Posta in Germany. It's in my city.
Really?
Yeah, like I think even 2 offices. It's like only Ukrainians go there because Germans are like, what is it? But it's cool. You can send from Western Germany to Eastern Ukraine in 1 week. It's a very cool service.
And what is your hometown in Germany? From which?
I'm from Wuppertal.
Wuppertal?
Yeah, it's near Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf Oblast.
It's Western
Germany.
Western Germany.
So there was no Russian soldier.
Okay. How could you describe Ukrainian soldier? Because it's kind of example of courage in this war.
Yeah, what they like do is the definition of courage, like every single day for like more than 3 years now. So yes, but what I really admire is like their like calmness, you know, because we as Germans, we are like very fast and strict and do everything very fast and like be on point and all this, and they are like in this situation where you have like this bar and all this, And it's yeah, they are like very calm. They know how to manage the situation. They are not like freaking out. It's very, very interesting. And yes, like a machinist, you know, it's very, very nice.
And they don't give up.
No, yes, they don't give up. So they never give up. I hope so. But as far I know my comrades, they will do everything but never give up.
But on opposite side, there were Z soldiers of enemy's army.
Yeah.
Did you see them?
Yeah.
And how it was?
Yeah, for example, it's like one problem the West will not see, like even especially like my political yeah, guys will not see. It's like the Russian army is fighting along with like not Russians, you know. They are everything but not Russian. Like they are from Nigeria, they recruiting from like every part of the world just for the money and kill Europeans. And yeah, this is like one impression I had about the Russian army, because the Ukrainian army is Ukrainians and some volunteers like me who really want to help. Nobody forces them here. Nobody was like, yeah, you have no money and then you can just, you know, go here and kill Europeans and then you receive maybe the money. And after the war you can live in, I don't know, Mariupol or wherever, and the Ukrainian army does this not. You can come, sign a contract as a volunteer and help.
Russia's army, regular army, they are totally poisoned by this Russian propaganda.
Yeah,
As you were.
I guess, yes. For them it's maybe even harder because Russia is a dictatorship. They have no free speech, they have no free media, they have nothing. And yeah, I think it's very hard to get out of this. But to be honest, look at these polls, you know, I think 80% of Russian people are like pro this war, pro killing your neighbors. It's completely sick, but yeah. This is a Russian mentality, yeah.
War, it is so horrific thing. And you found some courage inside yourself. How it was? How did you inform your relatives?
To be honest, I did not, because I was thinking about, but then it was like, yeah, I can tell them and they will like not can sleep and all this stuff, but I will be there. So rather like tell something other and come back.
Until now they don't?
No, now they know, yeah.
And when they found out?
I don't know when exactly it was, but yeah, like after I gave my first interview about this.
Could you tell about the direction where you?
Yeah, I was in Zaporizhzhia, in the region of Hulyaipole. Hulyaipole, yeah. This Nestor Makhno, how this guy is called, yeah, very interesting, yeah.
What do you know about this history page?
I know that he was like a leader of this anarchist, you know, and yeah, very cool guy fighting for freedom, like what Ukrainians always do, and I very like it because I like freedom.
Yeah, as we know, Russians and in particular Putin always say that their influential area is wider than Ukrainian territory till Berlin. Yeah,
Putin said, as I remember, when I remember this correct, he said like every place on earth where a Russian soldier put his foot, it's Russian territory. So this means even for us in Germany, the Russians were in Eastern Germany, as you said, Berlin, they will like conquer to Germany also. So Ukraine, it's like the wall which like defends all of us in Europe right now.
Coming back to past, to the history, your country in last century went through, and your society, your country went through some transformation. How do you think that past impact on your generation?
Yeah, I think my generation like less, but the generation before a lot. Yeah, so it's like even they have this lock in their head to think patriotic, you know. In Germany it's like when you wave out the German flag off your window, the people will like, maybe not anymore, but like 5 years ago it was like, what? You know, he's like Nazist or this. And yeah, it's a very bad thing that people like feel like sorry for crimes not I, not my father and not my grandfather even did. You know, it's like not the right way to make sure that this will not happen again, I guess.
And that fact that some lands of your country during some years was under Soviet soldiers' foot
occupation.
Yes.
Yeah, I cannot even understand. It's like very interesting, you know. These guys in the East Germany and the GDR, they made like huge protests to tear this wall down, to be free. Yeah, and now, not all. I know a lot of them who are exactly the opposite, but a lot of them are pro-Russian now. So like 30, 40 years ago, you was on the demonstration against the police, against everything, against the dictatorship, to end this Russian occupation, to be free, to be part of the West. And now you're like supporting Russia. Even worse, you know, it's even worse because they literally want to kill you, you know. And now you're supporting this where you was demonstrating against. What's going on? You know, I do not understand this. Even like we have a lot of Russian Germans. We call them Russian Germans. It's like ethnic Germans lived in Russia during the Second World War. They were deported by Stalin, like from the Krim, from Moscow region, and they were deported to like Kazakhstan, you know, Azerbaijan, these states. A lot of them was killed, and the ancestors of them. No, like the successors of them, I guess it's only niche. They came back to Germany, and now a huge part of them is pro-Russian, you know? Bro, you know why you're even here? Because the Russians killed your family and treated you so bad that you must come back to Germany. And now you sit in Germany and say, yeah, Putin, best man, okay, please go back. Go back, no problem. I don't need you.
What circumstances impact on your understanding this Russian propaganda? Where did you get this information? From which sources? TV or internet?
Yeah, I think it's like one problem we have, that during the COVID crisis the government lied to us a lot, you know. So it's like one like chain in their head. Okay, this wrong, okay, the Ukraine must be also bad and Russia must be good because I tell the opposite. And this is like the mistake a lot of people do in Germany, maybe also in whole Western Europe. As I told you, you like have this basic thinking of, yeah, it must be the opposite. You follow like these channels of like some influencers, or yeah, you know, these people who make videos with opinions, and yeah, they are full of lies.
On YouTube, for example.
Yeah, in YouTube, Telegram, you know, everywhere, these alternative media. And I think you can just come out when you just look at the reality.
How to carry this mindset to that people who stay on pro-Russian positions? Because it is so important for Ukraine to bring correct information, but Russian propaganda is so strong, and and they expand all time their power.
Yeah, it's hard, because so what I just do, like to shorten this every time I say, okay, you're pro-Russian. How many times you was in Russia? No, I was not there because of the war. Just sit in your car and make this visa and go. They are cowards, you know. They are cowards. They not go there, like, because I think they know that their own reality will break when they see it. You know, they show like videos to me like, oh, look at Moscow, so cool, so clean streets. Yeah, in every Ukrainian city the streets are clean. Yeah, I was in Zaporizhzhia. The streets were also clean, so what you talking about? Yeah, and so I can say, just go to Russia, visit your dream country, and maybe stay there when it's so nice.
Cool advice.
Yeah, or just visit Ukraine, but I not want to go, not want to have like this pro-Russian, don't want to be here.
Do you follow agenda according peace deal with USA, with European countries? Did you follow this recent news?
To be honest, I learned it from my comrades at the Frontline, like not even listen to this news, because it's like bullshit any time, you know. As I was in the Frontline, there was these negotiations with Trump and Zelensky, and every time I go to them and say, yeah, you know, this, and I say, Tim, no, it's completely pochuj, you know. It will not change anything. There will be no peace, and we will continue our work. Punkt. And yeah, I do the same right now, because it's talking, but the battle, the work goes on, and I try to support them, yeah, as much as I can. So this is like all we can do right now. Not sitting on the phone at some news, because...
As far as I know, you visited a lot of Ukrainian cities.
Yeah.
What kind of part of Ukraine or city do you like most?
I think Lviv. It's very nice city. Yeah.
European, like architecture.
European. Yeah, here it's also European. Look at this.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What is your impression about Ukrainian in general? And how could you describe what Ukraine is for your friends, for example?
Yeah, so мене дуже подобається Україна.
Cool.
It was right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Totally.
It's like one thing I was like talking about with another pro-Ukrainian German friend, what we like here very much. It's like you're like the country, even in the war, like with absolute freedom, you know? You can like not do whatever you want, but you feel free here. Not like in Germany with all these rules, and everybody has been to Germany knows this, you know. In Germany,
Bureaucracy.
we have like this thing in Germany. Just for example, yeah, you not allowed to wash your car at home in your own space with water, but when you do it, it will be a big straf, you know. And when the rain coming, it's normal, you know. So. Like this is, and Germany is full of this bullshit, full. And here it's not, and it's very cool. And you're like a European country, I very like it, these freedom aspects. You have very beautiful nature, and also the people are like, as I experienced, like in every part of Ukraine, they are very, very, very nice.
As the Germans do.
Yeah.
This remont,
yeah.
as you
and
mentioned.
It's like even the German way, you know. There's some remont, and where's the workers?
Nobody knows.
Nobody's working. But the German way would be like make this, put some this
line.
Yeah, line here, and when it's a street, put the speed camera, and not work for 3 years, and in 3 years just make it again. It's our way of corruption, you know, because a lot of Ukrainians come to Germany and think, yes, no corruption anymore, but no, sorry, we have a lot.
And when there was a revolution of dignity on this place,
yeah.
What did you know about that period?
Know quite a lot, because I have friends like greetings to Nazar in Lviv. He was like part of this. He was like protesting here and all this stuff. And yeah, so even this is like this myth of Russian propaganda, you know. They telling it was like a CIA financed uprising, and it was not the will of the people. So I'm like, you see the pictures? I don't think that like people, millions from all over Ukraine come here to show their will of be free from Russia, because I can understand like after Holodomor and oppression and all this, you have enough of Russia and not want to come back there. And yeah, the Berlin Wall, which fell in Germany, was also not only, but because of the protests, you know. The people had enough from this communist bullshit.
Now we are nearby symbolic place.
Yeah.
Ukrainians decided to make this place like a memorable place.
Very sad. But every single one of them is like a hero, you know. It's not like he is a hero. Fell for the defense of the free Europe.
During this time in Ukraine, whether you had some friend from your brigade?
Yeah, also.
What the number of your brigade was?
It was the 108. My comrades were like from the Samar region, behind Dnipro. Before it was Novomoskovsk, but now it's Samar, I learned. Вічна пам'ять.
Вічна пам'ять.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
I was glad to help, and also to be part of the Europeans' strongest army.
Thank you so much.